y'all use a dollar store now. Don't knock the dollar store.
I know, but some girls done came. I done seen some girls come out on the runway with some things that I've seen shopping at the dollar store. I was like, ooh, girls give me. Now unless the category gives it, bring it with a Dollar Tree effect. Yeah. Give me the effect. But bitch, don't spook yourself because girl. And then these girls get mad and they get chopped. Come on, girl. Like, we trying to advance the level of art. We're not trying to, like, sneak something by.
That's just like people just trying to get by with less. But I'm saying, if you're creative, you could come into the dollar store, from the dollar store, and put together something for a category. And
the girls would be like, Carol Ann, come into the light.
Yeah, but I think you gotta be able to know how to put it together and how to present it. You can't have.
Then you can come into the light.
Can't do half done, is what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Then the judges will give you your 10s and they will see it.
But I mean,
personal.
Yeah, they know if you like kind of just threw it together. That's the whole idea.
But the ballroom scene should have some more categories so we could, break that up and get everybody in the game at least, or I don't know, at least try to be different. You know what I mean?
But you know what? You gotta also kind of like slow the schedule down too, because that's the other thing. Because balls happen so often now, you don't have time to prepare and put a lot of work into anything. So that's why you're getting all these half-ass productions and just people just tearing up a bathroom to put together a costume that should have probably been finished before they got to the function.
I'm gonna finish you up. Yes, I have came together at balls when you try to have an event function and then it turns into a dressing room. I feel like I was auditioning for Idol.
We were talking about categories, and so I said Designers Delight was one of my categories. I used to win that a lot here locally. Okay. We had a lot of sewing people here, though, actually, because we get some of the pageant people and whatnot. So that was kind of a fun category. And then, like I said, I learned how to Vogue, and earlier on, they have it broken up between Old Way, New Way, and Vogue Femme now, but earlier on, because we were from a distance trying to learn, we were voguing any way we could. We were putting all the elements together that we would come across.
You should do it.
So I remember visiting and going to the Sound Factory. At the time, Arms Patrol was really hot. They call it Hand Performance now. But Arms Patrol was super hot. It was so hot that pretty much everybody all around the club, they're doing arm movements, but they didn't know how to dip, go down to the floor, and all that stuff. But
okay, when that given would come on, and then Dindada and the Cuban Pete.
Oh, I'm talking about before Cuban Pete.
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, at that time, it seemed like nobody knew how to do anything. It's like whatever the next new movement is, everybody concentrates on that till the next thing comes along. But our performance was a little bit more rounded because we were using bits and pieces that we could get from anywhere, and we were hungry for it. But they were already right there in it. You go to the club any weekend. It's like I would go to New York and go to the Sound Factory and get a battery recharge. Okay. And come back. People could tell I had just got back from New York because I would just be voguing a storm up at the club. Stuff and do contortions and just, oh my God. I remember going on a trip to D.C. to visit a friend of mine. He was one of our house brothers in Avant-Garde, Michael. And he knew Otis Ebony and all of them. And it was a Friday night, I think, in D.C. There really was nothing going on in D.C., so we all loaded up in the car and drove to Philly. We went to the Nile. That was kind of fun. And then we went to going to tracks in D.C. on a Sunday night. And, Otis actually was making fun of me because he was like, girl, you still on the floor voguing? I vogued from the time I got there to the time until time to leave, but because that was going to be my only chance to really have competition or really feel geeked up about it,
Yeah. Wow.
Because like back home, I was like one of the people that everybody else was like learning how to Vogue from.
Right. Wow. Amazing.
So you would
go out of the state for your inspiration, and you will come back and turn it, teach it to the young.
Oh yeah. I'll be feeling it for about a week. And see, that was something else too I picked up too when I used to go to New York. I noticed the girls, like, if a girl thought you was late, she wouldn't vote against you. Mm-hmm. And I see why. Because if you vote against someone who is not closely matched with your skill level, mm-hmm. they'll bring you down. Right. They will bring you down. You won't feel it. But you get two people that are kind of like pretty evenly matched, you know. Yeah, they excite each other almost. It's almost like foreplay.
Wow.
So it took me a while to figure that out. So I was like, okay, why is she being shady? She don't want to vote against me. He's like, look, girl, you're not on my level.
Okay, that's just how it is, honey. It's a sport, you know what I mean? This is our sport, and like I said, you got to learn ballroom, honey. Take some lessons from these interviews, darling. If you really want to learn some ballroom tips, honey, listen to our show every Monday night. Okay?
Yes, definitely.
Now, let's talk a little bit about this Vogue video for MTV. How did that happen? Like, I know how it happened, but like, give me the insight on that.
Like I said, I hadn't joined the house. I just kind of started still trying to learn how to Vogue, because by the time I had seen that video for Deep in Vogue, it took me about a year to start even trying to learn how, feel like I was comfortable that I was doing something somewhat close to what voguing was supposed to be about. And didn't even have enough nerve to actually do it out at clubs. So that was going on, and then but after a while, people knew that I was getting into that. So when a friend asked, "Let's put together a video and submit for this MTV video contest," and by that time I knew a couple more people, and we got together, put together the video, and submitted it. That would have been like in November or December that we worked on that, recorded it, submitted it. And like, because the contest was supposed to kick off Madonna's Blonde Ambition tour in 1990, beginning of 1990, January.
Wow.
So like somewhere between Christmas and New Year's, got the call that we had won. So they basically picked 10 different videos as winners. Each video that won got $1,000. And I was trying to tell Wardell, Father Wardell, he was in the video. I told him, I said, we need a couple more Voguers. He ended up bringing like 3 or 4 more people. I'm thinking, like, we got to divide up this. Well, we didn't think we were going to win at the time. So we had to divide that $1,000 up like 4 ways. Oh, wow. But it was just, when it got airplay, I remember my mother calling me. She's like, I see you on the TV. And she was like, do you have on makeup? I was like, no, I didn't have on makeup. Basically, it was those old video, what do you call those? Special effects. They kind of give you like lots of shadows and whatnot. Okay. So I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, I do look like I have on makeup, but I didn't.
Okay. Wow.
But, yeah, so we got on there and got playing. They were playing that for I guess the duration of the promo for us. I remember going to a new, I think it was Trax in New York on 14th Street one night. Because they had an upstairs, I believe. And seeing our video played on, it was just playing in the video mixed with all other kinds of videos. Looking at that video, though, like back then, it's history. It's archived history.
Wow.
But I look at it and I cringe sometimes. And I'm like, oh my God, we thought we were doing something. But in actuality, we were. Some people tried to read the video and stuff. It's like, yeah, everybody got to start from somewhere. It's like, okay, what are you doing?
Exactly. You just turned it around.
Like, that's what I did. And that was in 1990.
Okay.
And years later, I got people
I dropped the video. And and it wasn't, to be honest. I believe in giving young talent opportunities. So I work with my community and I put them out. You know what I mean? And I watch them grow because that's where my joy and entertainment and all of this comes from. No tea, no shade. But I've had a lot of people give me some opinions and some comments about the video. Some were good and some were bad and some were adviseful. But some of them, who were shady, basically, you got to start from somewhere. You cannot sit there and be like, oh, well, if I'm going to do a music video, honey, then, I have to have all of this dollars and da. So you have to earn that, honey. You have to get up there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, the girls do take everything like a ball and want to use that as, motivation to do things like that, so it works vice versa sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what, too, that leads into something else. It's like another thing with things like with the newer generation. Don't everybody want to take criticism. That's how you get better.
Exactly. But don't worry, because that's what we are intending to do, honey. Because you know what? I've been thinking
but you know what? No, I mean, criticism is you walking up there and letting the judges judge you. That's criticism, too. Right. And some people are like, don't put yourself out there if you can't take a chop.
Okay.
And you can take that and you learn how to, you learn from that and you improve. And some people just want stuff instantly. Like, you're supposed to love me from you're supposed to think I'm over from the gate.
Right. And that's why, it's very important from the beginning. Everyone should respect each other's art and craft and level of talent no matter where it's at. It's a level of respect, of mutual respect that, that kind of like cures the shade, keeps it light.
That's just like people getting on American Idol and all their friends and family have been telling them, oh, girl, you can sing, and they get on live TV, and it's like, who told you can sing? You can't sing.
They pumped.
Yeah, you like a fool.
They done pumped it up. But check it out. Let's talk about, the Chicago and Ohio, ballroom scene. How did that start?
Now, I can't really tell you too much about Ohio's ball scene. All I know is that we were starting getting things brewing here in Chicago, and then it started spreading out over the years to the Midwest. Like it started spreading up to Milwaukee and Wisconsin, down to St. Louis. I forgot the Midwest. I forgot all the cities that are considered Midwest. But I know Ohio is considered part of the Midwest. But I haven't been one of the people that have been traveling to Ohio. I do have, I believe, just recently made legend Christopher Balenciaga. I think he may have had something to do with the Ohio scene, or maybe it's the Pittsburgh scene. But shout out to him because I'm originally from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and he's from Kalamazoo, Michigan too. So when he met me, he was like, "Wow, to have somebody that went to the same high school back in Michigan. I mean, it's in the ballroom scene, He was pretty excited about that. So
it's kind of cute, huh?
But yeah, I just kind of spread out from Chicago to these major cities, Indianapolis.
Ooh, yeah, I heard about all of them. Yes, I know a couple of girls from down there when I'm on my day.
So I know I've had like one of my house members walk a ball down in Indianapolis. But yeah, like I feel like the Dorian Corey of ballroom right about now, because like she was saying about the house of Corey's, like my house is really absentee. I mean, I haven't done any active recruiting in years, so I don't really have any new blood in the house. We're all like Golden Girl senior citizens, all my house members. And we come out here and there to